Hey, JW here. Um, yeah, I just got to the elementary school and going to be getting out of the car in about 10 minutes. Start the crossing of the kids. I don't have to get the buses out at this particular school. The buses go in, circle around, and come out the other exit, so they're fine. Bus drivers, if you're not familiar with people who drive school buses, they're actually, I'd say 99% of them are excellent drivers. I mean, sometimes they are left just a crevice to be able to get by a car. And I don't know how they do it without taking somebody's mirror off half the time, but they're very, very capable drivers. And, before I had this job, I used to kind of think they were cowboys, the way they drive the buses with the kids on board. But there's so many people who just won't give a bus driver a break that the bus drivers have to be somewhat aggressive to let the drivers know that, listen, I'm driving a bus and you're driving a car. You don't want to mess with me. And basically, that's their attitude, but they're under control at all times. I've seen some of them where they can stop pretty quickly for a vehicle that large. It's amazing how they handle it. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't want their job. You get kids on the bus screaming, and they're all, how kids are, especially this time of day. They're getting out of school, so they're really juiced up. And, they've been released from their jail cell, and they're ready to get out and play and burn off some of that energy. I can't blame them. And hopefully parents have a snack for them when they get home and burn off some energy, get back, do your homework, eat dinner, and go to bed at a reasonable hour. I wish I did all that when I was young, but I didn't. I had good parents who encouraged me to do that. I didn't always do it, but kids today, they're pretty manageable compared to my generation. My generation, we were kind of on our own a lot because we didn't have a lot of activities, organized activities. I mean, we had Little League and little sports leagues and stuff, but for the most part, a couple of the kids took music lessons or, language lessons or something, but for the most part, go out. I grew up in the city, so, you go outside, play football in the street in the cold weather, and in the warm weather, you play what's known as stickball, or another game, half ball. You cut the ball in half, and you have to get the good, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the pimple ball, which makes a good half ball. And then the way you pitch the half ball, you flip it almost like a frisbee, but not with the frisbee motion. You don't do underhanded. And even if the half ball hits a window or something, it's not likely to break anything. So it's designed for the city, and we grew up playing those games. But we'd go out. You'd get home from school at, I don't know, 3 o'clock, 2:45, and you'd be out 10 minutes later, and you come in when it's supper time. Parents didn't have a whole lot of restrictions as long as you showed up for supper. And I don't think we're any the worse off for it. I don't ever remember anyone getting kidnapped, or kids were tougher back then. I don't think too many people want to kidnap most of the kids I hung around with. You might be bargaining for more than you could predict. So, but it's a different world. But the kids today are a little bit more kept. I think they're more monitored. They all have activities, and the parents drive them and pick them up. And that's why I really admire the kids who walk, because they're a different breed. Most kids are used to being driven everywhere, and they have no interest in walking. And walkers walk. These kids, some of them walk several miles to get to the school and back. And I think it builds character. And the kids are good. The walkers are always more polite. They're more worldly, I want to say. They're more likely to have a conversation with you than another kid. Most kids are shy when they're in, especially elementary school, even middle school. They're pretty shy. Get to high school, they're a little more open. But I find the walkers, once they get to know you, they see you every day at the crosswalk, and after a while, I always make a conversation. I try to find something they're interested in. And, I can usually tell by the attire. Kids wearing a Red Sox hat or Patriots jersey, that they're more than likely they're interested in sports. And if the kid's wearing a Pokemon outfit or something, you're more likely to be interested in the gaming type stuff. And so, I try to strike up a conversation where the kid feels that they can talk and sound interesting, and they do. I've learned a lot from kids over the years, and I hope I know I'll continue to learn from them. And anyway, it's getting to be that time, and I better get moving. So good talking to you, and thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later.